House Bill 687, relative to extreme risk protection orders. I'm going to recognize Representative Swinburne for a motion.
I have the amended amendment.
See if this is the same number. This is the numbers.
Yes, yeah, she just sent me the pack, so.
So you're going to move on to pass? Is that what you're saying? That you want to
I moved, I have an amendment, I moved that the bill ought to pass with the amendment. And there's a correction in the amendment that was distributed earlier.
Right, you're going to distribute the amendment number is,
The amendment number is 1020H.
What was it?
1020H.
you should speak to your amendment.
10.
If everyone has the amendment, it should be.
Well, I'll wait till everybody gets it, and then, because there's one correction in the previous amendment.
Can I ask her a question?
Yeah.
Is there any, so I've read, now, this would, I guess my old version of reading this bill, I keep reading, is there any, I guess, time period where amendments are and are not going to be introduced because?
No.
We just accept it.
It's a lot of reading.
I understand that. Oftentimes
Yeah.
we will see many amendments.
I'm not discouraging
No, no,
amendments,
I'm
just saying
just-
that
You know,
Representative Tesman.
from a procedural standpoint, Representative Asher has put in three, I don't know, 4, she seems unable to get it right when you go wrong. And, you know, if you put one in at the last minute, you know, we need time to really digest this. This needs to be retained for a period of time for us to really realize what it is.
The bill is, the bill and the amendment are properly before the committee.
I understand what
We
you...
can, and that can be a motion. I'm just saying that, yes, Representative.
I make a motion that we retain the bill.
I second
Well,
it.
we've already had a motion. The motion has been recognized to pass on an amendment. If you wish to take further action, you would vote against the amendment, or you would vote against the ought to pass motion.
my concern is I'm voting on something I haven't even read yet, so it's just, I think it's really just by design. It's 13 pages long. I'm not trying to delay things. I don't
Well,
want
if you wish to take time to read, I recognize that.
I think we should go over this line by line.
Yeah, I have a highlight version that says what's been changed, so I'd be glad to go through and highlight those
Who
things.
sent that?
The sponsor.
I don't trust her. Let's go get that.
You want to go through the whole thing line by line? Okay, and the thing that just came out was not a last minute amendment, it was a correction to something that was not.
Well, we're just getting it last minute.
We haven't had a subcommittee on this. We haven't had a chance to look at it. And it's rather quickly, this is a complicated bill and it has some constitutional problems. And we should.
I recognize Representative Wilson.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but this is a pretty complicated bill, and to just vote on it, it's like, well, not to bad my for saying this, but Nancy Pelosi says you gotta pass it to know what's in it. I don't wanna do that.
Further discussion? Representative Pearson.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. If I may, I wasn't here for the entirety of this amendment process, but as I understand it, the amendment that was just passed around to us makes one correction on page 4 from the amendment that you've already all seen, presumably. But, so there have been 2 amendments, as I understand it. This will be the third, and this third amendment just makes a one-word change on line 4. I think it's
Section 3.
Section 3. It changes the standard from probable cause to clear and convincing evidence, which is a higher standard. And I think that is in response to some of the constitutional due process concerns by the ACLU. And we can talk about due process more, but I just want to give you guys a primer of what this change is.
But I understand that.
Representative Abbott.
Thank you. But one of the concerns the ACLU had was the lack of really it allows the court to not consider any codified rules of evidence, and that was one of the major concerns that the ACLU had, and that translates to really whether it's going to be a fair hearing. So I don't believe that was corrected in the amendment version I was going through. I don't know if that's, I presume it's still in the current one. So not all the ACLU concerns were addressed in the amended bills. That's one of the
Pearson, and then Representative Walsh, did you have any other?
Thank
Then Representative Newman.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. As I understand, I've read through this amendment. There is, the rules of evidence are codified in this amendment. If someone could help me with the section and the site, I'd appreciate it. But I did go through it earlier and say, and witness that the rules of evidence were codified in this amendment. And just a broader point about perfect getting in the way of the good. Well, if I had a minute, I could.
You haven't had a chance to read it yet?
No, I did read it. It's just I haven't marked up this copy. So I just wanted to posit to you that it is in here, and once I find it, I'll be able to cite it for you. But more than that, perfect should not get in the way of the good in these instances. And while all of the ACLU's concerns may not have been addressed to their liking, I think, as I understand procedural due process, this seems to fall in line with what the Supreme Court and our Constitution requires. I'm going to work right now to see where those rules of evidence are codified.
Page 3, line 17 and 18.
Thank you.
Representative Newman.
I withdraw my comment.
Representative Swinburne. Did you have any other?
I did not, no.
Representative Bourdonnais, then Representative Burke.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm going to vote no on this amendment, not because I know what's in it, because I don't. I've been told that there's one change, but I don't know what it is. And I don't know if that one change is really all there is. So, due to just receiving this amendment 5 minutes ago, I'm going to have to say no.
Croc TV.